Hey, what's up, you guys? So I come out for a little cruise on a Friday. Nice day. 85 degrees down in the valley. Up here, I don't know, it's around 77. Little breeze blowing. It's perfect. Get my GoPro set up. I got the Land Cruiser out today. Gonna do some forest roads. And there's a road I found back in here that was pretty cool, pretty steep, rutted, got some rocks. I went down it and up it in the Jeep. And you know, the Jeep did it fine, but I had to be in four-wheel drive, and I definitely used the 37-inch tires, right? I used that to be able to get through there. So I wanted to bring out the Land Cruiser without the lift. I didn't use any lockers last time, and this doesn't have lockers, and this has got 33-inch tires, so we're gonna see how this thing works over there. It's a really fun track going down all the way down the hill into a valley. I'll show you guys. I don't know if you can hear that, but an F-350 towing a horse trailer just came through here, and it's got a cow in there and a horse. So he's going really slow. This road to get back in there it's not bad. It's not bad to drive on this, but that was funny seeing it was like a medium-sized horse trailer with a cow in the front and a horse in the back. They're separated by a gate, but that was pretty cool. So I'm gonna get these GoPros set up and do a little adventure. Wow, that thing's loud. So the fire ban kicked into effect this morning. What does that mean? That means no shooting in the national forest, which I don't shoot up here anyway. I go out to the desert, but that's still considered national forest down there. And no campfires, no open fires. I could probably still use my propane stove. I think that those are always still good. So any cooking, I was gonna do it today, but I thought, no, it's gonna be hot, dusty. I wanna get out and actually do some off-roading and not really worry about the food. So we'll be doing some propane stuff for the near future, at least until we get the monsoons, probably, with this fire ban in effect. Not that big of a deal. Still go out and have some fun. I made it down the hill pretty easily. I was actually driving one-handed with holding the camera out the window, but it should be a pretty good challenge going back up that hill. It's pretty rocky, and there's some sharp rocks. This thing doesn't have a whole lot of ground clearance, but figured it was break time, lunchtime. You guys ever had these? These are oats and honey, Nature Valley granola bar, right? So they're crunchy, but if you like honey, man, they're really, you know how you get a lot of those kind of granola bars and they're dry, and I don't know what it is, but these are almost, they're not like candy bars, but man, they're delicious. I get a box of these from Costco, and they're really good snacks. And there's exactly 22 grams of whole grain with an asterisk. Right? You can say whatever you want, as long as you put an asterisk behind it, then you're golden. So this is what they look like. They taste so good. I don't know, I'm just a huge fan of honey, I guess. So I stopped right here. I went farther on this road than I ever have before. I've actually been down this road one time in the Jeep a few weeks ago. I filmed it when I stopped and was like talking with the Jeep in the background. It's about a mile back up the road. But I got down here and there's a sign in the middle of nowhere. Says private road, no outlet. I'm in a national forest. But I've doubled back around and in the valley of this mountain as we come down this road. And it's possible I'm getting back closer to where there's some cabins and stuff. So maybe that's why. But it's weird that they would mark it here and not on the other end, because this is not where anyone would come in. I think people who live out in the wild, in national forests and cabins, I think they put up signs. You know, private property, no trespassing, all those kind of signs. And I think some of the signs they put up are actually illegal. You can't just say this is a private road if it's not a private road. I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but I would imagine that I've seen some pretty weird things, like out in the middle of nowhere. It's like, come on, man. I get it that if it is your land, you don't want anybody on there, but it's a very strange place to have a sign in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a national forest. These are really good, though. You know, I'd rather eat this than one of those like Cliff bars or those, you know, those, they're not energy bars, but they're sold for hiking and all that stuff. I got a little kind of lunch bag that I keep in here. What do I keep in there? I keep 4 bottles of water. I should probably get it for you. So instead of telling you, I figured I'd show you. So I bought, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I got it on Amazon. This one is called Life Wit. It's a pretty cool bag. It's pretty nice. And it folds down flat. So when it ships to you, it's flat and it opens up like this. So just gray, kind of matches the interior. It's got a little pocket here on the side. The main pocket, or the main compartment, you zip this open. And inside I've got 4 bottles of water. I've got toilet paper, Kleenex, some Ziploc baggies, and some like those dog, what do they call them, with it, you know, if the dog pees on the carpet or something, just an absorbent type mat. You never know. So that's basically what this is. This is the kit, like a car kit, an emergency kit. This is the kit that stays in here. I built 2 of them, one for this and one for the Lexus. So toilet paper, face tissue, 4 bottles of water, Ziploc baggies. That's if you can, Ziplocs are huge. They're huge. The amount of things you can do with those. I keep them in case you have to go to the bathroom. You can put your toilet paper in the Ziploc bag and haul it out with you. This ground here is really hard, rocky. You're not digging holes to use the bathroom, so you got to think about that stuff. Anyway, that's what stays in there, and I think that showing these kind of bags might help some of you guys out there that might be adventuring off on your own or pushing the limits of your vehicle. So that's the center compartment. It's obviously got a front compartment here. I've got nothing in that right now. And then in this top, which is cool. It's this whole top part here. It's pretty deep, what you can put in there. I have one of those, these are those OBDC port code scanner, code reader, and you can clear codes, and that's in there. And then I've got 2 more of those honey bars in here. I've got a nice rechargeable, this is Streamlight ProTac USB rechargeable flashlight. So that stays in there. And then this thing, it's one of those new fangled fancy dancy jumpers. So it's got its own little charger. You can charge it up if everything's working okay to make sure it's good to go. And this is what it looks like. It looks like a USB-C power bank, right? But you open up one of these things, and it's got these big posts, terminals in there, and it's got a flashlight on it, LED screen, and this is to jumpstart your car. Comes with the big cables here. And this one here had some really good ratings. It had some reviews on YouTube, and it was they're actually pretty inexpensive. So this one's called the Type S by Touring Items. Type S comes in a really nice rugged pouch that it holds it in. But this is an emergency jump starter. Jumpstart your car. And that one I got on Amazon, and I don't remember exactly. It was less than $100. I think it was around, I want to say maybe it was on sale or whatever else, but I think it was either under 80 bucks. I don't know if you remember when it was like you carried jumper cables, right? And then you would have to hope that there was another car that could jump your car. Then they made those kind of heavy duty, it would be like it had a battery in it, but it had jumper cables, and it also was a battery charger that you plugged into the wall. And you could use that, but they're big, bulky, heavy. This little thing, you saw the size of it. It looks like a USB power bank, and they actually will jumpstart your car. For something like that to work, I'm sure inside there they use capacitors. If you're not familiar with capacitors, what they do is they'll build up, you can build up power in them, and then they can discharge all their power extremely fast, right? So as soon as you crank on that thing, the capacitors will discharge. That's why it can be so small. And I think you can actually get a couple of starts out of it before you have to recharge it. But really, if you could get one and get yourself out of your situation that you're in, and then recharge it. Or you periodically check it to make sure it's holding up a good percentage of its charge. If it's not, you plug it in the cigarette lighter or the USB port as you're driving when situation's normal. So this is a cool little bag to take. Like I said, I opened this up today, got out one of these crunch bars and a water, I'm good to go. I didn't even have to bring anything. I knew I had stuff in here. Just remember to replenish it when you take from it. You know, one thing I really like about this vehicle is the back part. I've talked about it before, but having a tailgate, you know, I've been a truck person all my life and used to, you know, having a tailgate. You sit on it, you work on it, you eat off of it, you sleep on it. And the way this Land Cruiser set up is you know, it's not 50-50. I think it's about like 60-40, 60% this door and 40% the bottom one. So it's actually doesn't stick out too far this way. So if you're loading groceries or something in the back, it's not like you're kind of reaching past the tailgate to set stuff in. So it's very well designed. I really like this. Think about that. The Lexus doesn't have that. It has the barn door that opens, you know, and it opens this way, opens to the side. You can walk right up to it, but you can't really, it's not comfortable to kind of sit like this if you jump in the back, because it comes in, then it goes down, and then there's the kind of the top part of the bumper, and that part, these wagons, man, when you're off-roading, driving on dirt roads, all that dust like comes around the back and up underneath and sticks to the back. So the whole back is just, it's filthy dirty with dust. Like just when I opened this up by hand, all this dust flew off of it. And I've only been going back in here about 5 miles. You go on long stretches of dirt road, this back gets really dirty. So if you sit, the back of your legs are gonna just be sitting basically on straight dirt. Get all packed up here and get ready to go. Go do some more off-roading. Okay. Whew. Dusty, man. My glasses are all dusty. All right, let's go back up this hill. Since this sign back here says private road, no outlet. This should be fun. Try and get maybe up at that rough part, I'll put the camera on the outside, see how that looks. I'm a little lazy when some of these hills are really steep. Get a little lazy about setting up the camera and driving all the way up the hill, then you have to walk all the way back down to get the camera and walk all the way up the hill. I guess it'd be good exercise, but man, that's crazy. I hope you can see in the distance, but I'm up on the side of a mountain. All the way out there, big valley, mountains in the distance. Every little tiny obstacle that I thought might challenge the Land Cruiser today, it was treated like it was speed bumps. It's a lot of fun driving this thing around. You know, it's like having fun in my Jeep, and then it's a different kind of fun in this. I've talked about it before where it's more challenging to take on things with this, and when you actually accomplish something even small, it feels so much more rewarding. But I saw some mule deer back over here. I think I tried to get a shot of it with the little GoPro. There was 3 of them, the big old floppy mule deer ears, pretty funny. I just turned around, I let them be. They were in a nice shaded area. I didn't want them to run off, so if they liked that area, I didn't want to scare them off, so I turned around and got out of that area, leave them be. Because on a day like this, I'm sure they want to find some shade. They're probably super hot, but yeah, this was a fun day. I've been out here about 4 hours now driving around. Got a little bit of footage for you guys, just, sharing the experience. That's all I'm really doing. I'm not trying to make incredible, epic, the best videos ever. I like to share my experiences, especially with people who maybe they don't have 4-wheel drives, or maybe they haven't ever gone out doing this, and to show you what it's like just to get out and drive in the dirt and have some fun. And don't ever do it solo. I always say that because I'm always by myself. Look, you can do this. You just got to be extra cautious and make sure you have enough experience. Don't just blindly go out on your own. Make sure that you have stuff with you, water and all that stuff, and a fairly capable vehicle, and don't go too far. Take small bites at it, because you can't always round up all your friends, all your mates to go out and have some fun. You want to shoot out in an afternoon and have some fun, do it. Just keep it in mind that you're out there on your own. If something goes down, you got to take care of it. And if you got that kind of mindset, you can have a blast. You can have an absolute blast. That's going to do it for me, you guys. I'm going to sign off from the side of a mountain. This is my favorite place to be in the world, I think, is on the side of a mountain, looking at all the trees, having a 4-wheel drive. And I love sharing it with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. Again, I tried a couple different things here. We'll see how that turns out. But you guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys all in the next video.